It is my pleasure to speak to you today about Hoag Hospital Irvine and about the commitment that Hoag Memorial Hospital Presbyterian will be making to the larger community here in coastal central Orange County, to Orange County, and to Southern California. As many of you know, Hoag Hospital has been a healthcare provider in this community for many years. Beginning in 1952 as a 50-bed hospital on a hill in Newport Beach, Hoag has always provided for the needs of this community as a small but important community hospital in which primary and secondary needs are met on a regular basis. In 2008, Hoag Hospital is much more than a small community hospital. Hoag Hospital is a 498-bed community hospital of reputation and of significance. We provide for a great number of specialty services, oftentimes not found in a community hospital, and more typically seen in academic medical centers or specialty hospitals that might exist in other communities such as Los Angeles and big cities around the country. We provide for those needs right here in Newport Beach, and we're soon to provide for those needs at our new facility in Irvine. A series of events has occurred that has provided for us an opportunity to acquire the hospital facility on the corner of Sand Canyon Road and Alton Parkway in Irvine. Those events, which began almost 2 years ago, have now come to a point where we have successfully acquired the lease of that facility and thus can go about the process of creating a second Hoag Hospital campus. And by opening up a second campus of Hoag Hospital in the city of Irvine, we look to a greater expansion of the great health care that we have been providing for well over 50 years now to this community. A few details on the hospital itself in Irvine. First off, it's important to point out that Hoag is a not-for-profit, faith-based hospital. And because of that, our commitment is to the community and to the community alone. We serve the community, we exist for the community. What we do is in service to the community and nothing else. And so we feel that an expansion and an enhancement of our services, specifically on the hospital-based side by acquiring the facility, but also on the outpatient side by enhancing services in the Irvine area and the surrounding communities, that we can carry out our mission of serving the community in a very much more significant and profound way. So let me give you some particulars. We will be acquiring that facility, again via lease, in February of 2009. When that facility becomes available to us, it will already have been closed. And when we receive the hospital as a closed facility, we will have a one-time opportunity to do something which we believe is very important. And that is to allow us to quickly and effectively do the renovations and improvements that are necessary to bring that physical plant and hospital from its 1990-1995 stage where it is right now to become truly a 21st century facility, much like the facility we have in Newport Beach. In order to do the kind of renovations that we are speaking of, and we're not so much talking about the physical plant because the building is in pretty good shape. So if you look at the external elements of the building and you look at its bones, if you will, it is seismically intact and has a very good structure to allow us to do what we need to do. What isn't there are the important technological and clinical elements that would permit us to provide 21st century healthcare delivery. The kinds of things that are necessary to provide the best of care to patients, both on the inpatient side and the outpatient side, today. Some of those technological elements that don't exist today that need to be put in place and will be required during the renovation include brand new operating rooms, significant investment in information technology, and then other important technologies that are key to 21st century medicine. And that includes minimally invasive surgical procedures and robotic care. That includes imaging, which is now a very, very important part of healthcare delivery. And we will be bringing state-of-the-art imaging and interventional technology into that facility. That's going to take us some time. And so our plans are to renovate the most essential elements of the hospital over a period of 12 months, And then the remainder of the hospital over an additional 12 months. We do believe that we can bring the hospital up to 21st century standards for some of the basic elements of care in early 2010, and then finish those renovations throughout the year of 2010 and have a fully operational open hospital by the middle to end of 2010. At the end of the day, when the hospital is completed, what do we have? What we will have is a significant acute care general hospital that will provide for many, if not most, of the healthcare needs of the Irvine community and other surrounding communities as it relates to a hospital enterprise. That will include a full-functioning, 24-hour, full-service emergency department. That will include operating rooms, which will be state-of-the-art. State-of-the-art meaning 21st century state-of-the-art, with all of the minimally invasive possibilities that do exist today and will exist into the future. That will include support services for staff, doctors, nurses, and others, which is focused on information, bringing immediate information to those healthcare providers at the time that they need it. Imaging technology, and then a host of other clinical technologies which will allow those clinicians to provide great care, which is ultimately what we're striving for here. Irvine and the Irvine community is a great American city. It's one of the fastest growing cities in California and is recognized as a great city in this country. Irvine, which has tremendous recreation, tremendous business community, has a tremendous municipal spirit to it, deserves the best in healthcare delivery and deserves a great hospital. We at Hoag Memorial Hospital welcome the wonderful opportunity of coming into the Irvine community to bring all of what we have provided on the coast here over the last 50 years out to the Irvine community and to provide similar, if not enhanced care to folks in the inland areas. This will provide us a great opportunity to do so. At the end of the day, Irvine will have a great hospital. We look forward to that day. Thank you.